Every single day, you can do something to become a better version of yourself. And by the way, that better version of yourself doesn't have to be your personal self where your coworkers know nothing about you. That better version of yourself can be the work side of you. Survival skills are fantastic because you learn a lot about yourself in the process. You learn what you're capable of, and you learn to live in relative discomfort. And when you have an understanding of relative discomfort, you learn to appreciate the little things in life. Mindset is the foundation of everything, right? Mindset drives you from the very, very beginning of the day. How would you feel if you had the ability, if you had all the knowledge in the world, if you had all the gear in the world, and you decided that you were going to get polluted, get drunk, and now a family member dies because you can't respond, right? And often when I bring up these examples, I use the most extreme examples because at any time, life can throw extreme curveballs at you. And it's very, very easy. It's very weak to take the easy way out. So when people say that they're born ready, they don't understand the full concept of readiness. Most people say, oh, be like a Boy Scout and be prepared. But preparedness is only one version of readiness. Readiness is composed of awareness, preparedness, and willingness. You have to have all three. As you're going to see, readiness ties directly to success and failure. And if you apply the readiness formula from one day to the next, then it allows you to be more successful from one day to the next. But if you are not trying to improve from one day to the next, you are living a life that is a failure formula and not a success formula. So if you hit snooze on your clock this morning, you started your day with failure. And your day can begin with failure or it can begin with success. You cannot in life say, well, I'm kind of successful, I'm kind of a failure. You are either one or the other. You cannot be both. And then the challenge begins at midnight until the following midnight to become a better version of yourself all over again. Now, becoming a better version of yourself doesn't mean that you have to become stronger, right? Like literally stronger, being able to bench press more. You can read 10 pages in a book that you didn't read before. Guess what? You are now smarter than you were yesterday. You can increase the strength of the communities around you. And please remember this expression, everyone. Hope is not a plan. When someone says, oh, I hope I'm going to make $1 million, that's great. What's your plan, right? And the difference between achieving a goal and a dream is that dreams rely on hope, whereas a goal relies on a plan. Part of the way that you live your life should lead you to eventually dying well, right? Dying well is a concept because even in a survival situation, you can decide your outcome. When my father and my grandfather and the family in the town lived in the jungle from 41 to 45, they had an expression they lived by, and it was to the last drop. To the last drop means you don't give up until the last drop of blood is out of your body. What is the greatest one word compliment a person could give you? And maybe it's a word that you've heard me say, maybe it's a word that you have in your head, but that should be your immediate goal in life. You should be working towards that one word, ultimate compliment. You know, among my friends, one of the greatest compliments you can give someone is capable, right? That person can get it done. Because what's the opposite? If you're not capable, you're not getting it done. And if you are not getting it done, you're more of a liability than you are an asset. So you'll notice that I speak in a lot of binary terms. I speak in either it is or it isn't, asset, liability, because the comfortable way of living is saying, I don't know. The comfortable way of living is saying, kind of. Comfort has no place in the world, not when we're talking about capability, not when we're talking about how you want to be remembered. Right? You can definitely build resilience. You can definitely build this mindset. You can harden yourself. by doing difficult things. So I would say for sure that even though we have this natural state of resilience, we want to be strong. Society's throwing us these easy pitches like, oh, hey, why don't you try it this way? It's the easy way of doing it. And trust me, there are some things like I would rather buy a t-shirt from a store than spin my own yarn. There are things that make sense, but there are certain opportunities that you should not pass up if it gives you a chance to become a better version of you. If you have a chance to do something physical that will make you better, do it.